Hey everyone! For those who don't know me, my name is Ali, and I teach at Coolidge for the Yoga Nidra, and I also teach for Coolidge for Kripalu. Two lovely, lovely classes. Today I'd like to talk about setting up the space for a Yoga Nidra practice. A Yoga Nidra practice is a meditative practice. It literally translates to yogic sleep. And we go through this lovely practice together for 30 minutes. And so to get into this, let's experience a resting pose. Traditionally speaking, you might find yourself in a corpse pose. Something you might experience during Shavasana, with maybe your palms face up to receive or down to ground, resting on your back. And oftentimes you might find your knees supported. So I'd like to offer this right here, this fun little pillow. And if you have something similar to this at home, then this could be your go-to pillow for that. If you have a bolster at home, that's great too, but most of us will be grabbing whatever we have around the house. So just demonstrating, I think this is wonderful. You can put it underneath your knees, your knee creases, and for those who are dealing with lower back tension, that could be lovely for them because it helps to create space there. So option number one, while you're finding that nice little modified corpse pose, you can put a little tiny pillow in the back of your head too. If that suits you, just a thin little pillow for some support. If not, maybe you lie flat and maybe you find that pillow, maybe you don't. Something else I'd like to suggest when finding this specific pose is either finding it on your bed. That's how I like to do my Yoga Nidra. So I find it on my bed, or you can find it on the couch, or you can find it maybe even on your mat. You might just put some blankets underneath you, maybe a couple or 3 blankets underneath you. Yeah, to get nice and comfortable. Another thing you can do is just put a blanket over yourself too. You might have 2 blankets as you might get colder or cooler throughout the time of stillness. And then something else I'd like to suggest is before the Yoga Nidra practice, you might just ask your body intuitively where it wants to land. Just see as you start to ground down, maybe close your eyes or soften your gaze and just notice how you want to land. You might need more than one pillow if you want to come into a little fetal position, putting this pillow in between your legs, making sure your knees are in line with your hips. And as you put this in between your legs, you're creating space again for your lower back in the fetal position. You could also put a pillow underneath your head, which supports your neck, probably something this size. And you might have a pillow in between your arms in a fetal position too. So you're just getting that extra support from your head to your arms, to your legs, all the way through. Another thing I'd like to say always is no matter where you go, what you choose to do, know that you can always come back to a seated position. Know that you can always wiggle around and then find stillness again. Know that there's no wrong way of doing Yoga Nidra. No wrong way. So don't think it has to be this perfect whatever. It doesn't. It really, really doesn't. And we're human after all. So just knowing that it is a practice. It's such a practice. So listen to the body, listen to the mind, listen to the soul, the whole connection, all in alignment with each other. Just listen. One more thing I'd like to talk about is setting up your space, maybe taking a moment before your Yoga Nidra class, lighting a candle. You might set an intention. If you have some sage, you might light some sage and just put it around your body, maybe around the space, cleanse the space. Anything. And really just get into the space that you're going to land. Invite your body into it in a welcoming, nurturing, oh, lovely way. And then just remember to really blow out your candle and, you know, make sure your sage isn't lit while you're in the resting pose. And that's about it. Shutting the lights, making sure maybe you have like a little tiny lamp, like a salt lamp on, or if you want it all to be dark, then go ahead and do that too. Really giving the eyes a chance to rest from the blue light, for fluorescent lighting, rest from any artificial lighting. This is their chance. Being on the computer all day, phone all day, this is your chance just to rest. Okay, well, that's all I have for today, and I hope to see you on your mat or on your bed or on your couch or wherever you decide to be. And thank you for joining me. Thank you for dropping in. Namaste, everyone. Namaste.